Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Set, 180. I'm on. Sit. Check the backer. Check 4. Pistol.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Check, crouch. Check out, tight dog.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53. Tighten up. Pull it together. Check 50. Check middle. Check 31. Hey, nice 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Mike, 50, 53, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Patrick. Check three.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Well, it was a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Now, after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
He's heavy on the edges. Check 24. Run. Joker. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They run. Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. King. Check 26. Check 99.
Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Lorenzo Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, Singletary. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Alert 3, I'm 52. Alert, alert, alert. Twist. Middle. That's
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
58-19. Mike, 58, right there. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Check. Flag number.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Here we go. Check him up. Check the call. Check the call. 58, boys. 58. We go.
On 2nd and 9. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
All day, bro. Check 52. Check.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Next the score, Bills 7, Browns nothing.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
49 the mic. Watch 49.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Coming to you. Check. Lucky. Tighten up. Hey, alert 33.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Get in the right room. Real.
Mayfield with it once more. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Lorenzo Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Watch the screen.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11. The Bills' 33-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Up, left it. 49.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Mayfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Allen looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Shift. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Shift.
58, boys, 58 to Mike.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
This time they stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play fake. Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Pulled in at the 24. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Jones has it. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen looking downfield for Jones. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing is Allen on third. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
49, guys. Mike.
Regular.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They run again on first down, Chubb. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Kill. Watch out. You go tight. You got tight right there. Pistol. Switch it. Slam.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That second down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
180.
Hey, 4 down.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go, D.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45.
Run.
Check 37. Check 37.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Easy work. It's easy.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Mayfield down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On third down, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
36.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's baby side.
Big gas. Hey, watch it. Hey, alert 33. Alert.
Check 24.
Hurry.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Allen going to throw. It's complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Hey,
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, box truck. Alert.
Allen now on 1st down. Caught by Nelson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Hey, home.
Now Allen. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 92 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, exit.
Allen to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. They begin this drive with Chubb. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cleveland, the win will move them to 7-2.